The January 5th, 2023 reorganization meeting of the Woodbridge Township Board of Education will please come to order. Please rise for a salute to the flag and a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll have the roll call. Ms. Anderson?
Here.
Ms. Bourdain?
Here.
Mr. Delapetro?
Here.
Mr. Harris?
Here.
Mr. Molnar?
Here.
Ms. Perez?
Here.
Mr. Treewasser?
Here.
And Mr. Velez?
Here.
I will now present the Sunshine Law. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this Act, the Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted as follows. On January 11th, 2022, it was emailed to the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, and the Municipal Clerk's Office, posted in Ross Street School Number 11 in the Board of Education Administration Building, also published on the school district website. The results of the November 8th, 2022 school board election are as follows. Board of Ed candidates for 3-year terms. Ashkar Sedana, 10,746. Jonathan Treewasser, 11,003. Joseph Velez, 12,397. Congratulations to all the candidates on their successful re-election. It will be my It's my honor to administer the oath of office to our re-elected board members. I will bring them up individually, and if they have anybody here that would like to join them at the podium, they can at that time. And we'll start with Mr. Treewasser. Please raise your right hand. Do you, Jonathan Treewasser, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people? So help you God.
I will.
Do you, Jonathan Treewasser, solemnly swear that you possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education, and that you are not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19-4-1, nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in NJS 18A 12-1, and that you will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Yes, I will.
Congratulations. Mr. Sedana. Please raise your right hand. Do you, Akshar Sedana, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Do you, Akshar Sedana, solemnly swear that you possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education, and that you are not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19-4-1, nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in NJS 18A 12-1, and that you will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of your ability, so help
Yes,
you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Velez. Please raise your right hand. Do you, Joseph Velez, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people, so help you God?
I do.
Do you, Joseph Velez, solemnly swear that you possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education, and that you are not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19-4-1, nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in NJS 18A 12-1, and that you will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of your ability, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Once again, congratulations to Mr. Sedana, Mr. Truebosser, and Mr. Velez. Do I have a nomination for the office of President of the Woodbridge Township Board of Education for the 2023 term?
Mr. Secretary, it is my great pleasure to nominate my fellow board member, Mr. Brian Molnar, to serve as the next president of the Woodbridge Board of Education. I've worked on the board for the past 7 years with Mr. Molnar, and I feel confident that Mr. Molnar is well-suited and well-qualified to serve as the next board president. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a motion by Mr. Velez. Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Second by Mr. Della Pietro. Are there any other nominations? Do I have a motion to close the nominations?
Motion to close?
Motion by Mr. Harris. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Della Pietro. All in favor to close the nominations?
Aye.
Any opposed? Nominations are now closed. I will perform the roll call on the nomination of presidency. Ms. Anderson.
Yes.
Ms. Bourdain.
Yes.
Mr. Della Pietro.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mr. Molnar.
Yes.
Ms. Perez.
Yes.
Mr. Sedana.
Yes.
Mr. Truebosser.
Yes.
And Mr. Velez.
Yes.
At this time, I would like to turn the meeting over to our new board president, Mr. Molnar.
Thank you very much. If I could just have one quick moment. First, I would like to thank board members Joe Velez, Jonathan Truebosser, and AJ Sedana on your re-election tonight, re-election in November, and your swearing in tonight. The three of you are very hard-working, dedicated public servants, and the residents of Woodbridge recognize that with your victories. So congratulations to each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would also like to thank my fellow board members for giving me the honor of serving as your president for this upcoming year. I look forward to working with each and every one of you and along with the administration. Our state and our country do face issues, social issues, pandemic issues. We do have a lot of hard work to do, and I know if we work together as a board, an administration, and as a community, if we work together and have the proper conversations, we could really get through a lot of these problems and have a successful year. So thank you. At this time, I will open up the floor for nominations for vice president.
Mr. President,
Ms. Bourdain?
I am pleased to nominate my friend and longtime board member, Dan Harris, for vice president. Dan has been a vocal leader on this board for a long time and a mentor to newer members. He values our community and does his very best to serve their interests, our interests. He's always present, prepared, and does what he finds best to find consensus through our committee process. I trust that he'll do well as our vice president and complement President Molnar. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a motion by Ms. Bourdain. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Perez. Are there any other nominations to come before the board? Could I have a motion to close the nominations?
So motion.
Motion by Mr. Sedana, seconded by Mr. Della Pietro. Do I have a vote for closing the nominations?
So motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is closed. Roll call, Mr. Wolferman, on the nomination of Mr. Harris for vice president.
Ms. Anderson.
Yes.
Ms. Bourdain.
Yes.
Mr. Della Pietro.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Ms. Perez.
Yes.
Mr. Sedana.
Yes.
Mr. Truebosser.
Yes.
Mr. Velez.
Yes.
And Mr. Molnar.
Yes. Congratulations, Mr. Harris. You're good?
Yeah, I can sit here. It's okay. Matter of minutes.
Took me by surprise there for a second. The Woodbridge Township Board of Education welcomes and encourages active, productive, and respectful participation by members of the public and seeks to protect the First Amendment rights of those who engage in the exercise of free speech at this Board of Education meeting. Members of the public are requested to express themselves in a civil manner with due respect for the dignity and privacy of those whose legal rights may be impacted. Are there any comments about tonight's agenda items? Okay. Do I have Policy and Planning, Mr. Harris?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Molnar. The Policy and Planning Committee, on recommendation of the superintendent, presents the following 7 items. I move for the adoption of the foregoing.
I have a motion by Mr. Harris. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Delapietro. Are there any comments or questions from the board? Roll call, Mr. Secretary?
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Bourdain?
Yes.
Mr. Delapietro?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Molnar,
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Sedana?
Yes.
Mr. Treebwasser?
Yes.
And Mr. Velez?
Yes.
Finance and Insurance, Mr. Treebwasser.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Finance and Insurance Committee, on recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools and the Business Administrator, Board Secretary, presents the following one item. I move for the adoption of the foregoing.
I have a motion by Mr. Treebwasser. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Sedana. Any comments or questions from the board? Roll call, Mr. Secretary?
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Bourdain?
Yes.
Mr. Delapietro?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Sedana?
Yes.
Mr. Treebwasser?
Yes.
Mr. Velez?
Yes.
And Mr. Molnar?
Yes. Is there any old business to come before the board? Is there any new business to come before the board? Okay, in keeping with our past practice, we will open this portion of the meeting for statements from the public. If you wish to say something, please come to the microphone, provide your name, the area of township where you reside for the record, and please limit your comments to no more than 5 minutes. In accordance with Regulation 1100D, no response will be given until you've had your complete opportunity to speak. Seeing no comment from the public, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So motion?
Got a
Second.
motion? Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.